What's up, people, and welcome to an update on Dr. Disrespect. It's not great. Yeah, I said what I said yesterday about people jumping to conclusions and basically stating facts as, or rather, stating opinions and speculation as fact, until either Twitch or Dr. Disrespect or somebody actually says what happened. And the crystal ball that I do not own has decided to make that come true. And I'm going to break it down, right? I have already said I'm not a Dr. Disrespect fan. I'm also not one of these people that fucking hates him like most of the lefties on Twitter. I'm going to look at this objectively, right? And looking at it objectively, it's not great. It's not great. So we're going to take a look at this statement, and we're going to kind of break it down a little bit. So here is the statement that came out today, and it's titled The Twitch Ban. Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the... I can't cuss. It's been like a minute and something seconds into the video, and I'm about to start cursing, so I'm going to censor myself until at least 5 minutes into the video. Let's cut the F and BS. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. Okay. So, that line there of, I'm always willing to accept responsibility, yes and no. Essentially what this is a PR statement to get out in front of the accusations that are being hurled around, like pedophile and yeah, groomer. There's another one. I don't know if that's one of those bad words on YouTube, but that yeah, I'll get into it more as we keep going. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened, but by a lot of people he means literally everybody, about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society, and I and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. So essentially what he's saying is that he and Midnight Club, or Midnight Society, thought it was in their best interests to cut ties to avoid any further negative press, right? Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I'd never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. So, you know, for the good of the company, he's cutting ties because he has a bad public image currently. And we're about to find out why. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. So I guess because of these Twitch folks that came out the other day saying that he was sexting a minor, he is now no longer tied to whatever contract that they signed or whatever NDA that they signed that kept him from speaking out on this. Honestly, this doesn't look good on Twitch or him, but there's that. Were the Twitch whisper messages with an individual... Oh, okay. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. So, the first question I have with this line is, when you say minor, are we talking 17? 17 can be a minor in some states. Are we talking 13? Are we talking 16? What is the definition of minor here? You know, that's not answered. Everybody's going to be like, well, minor means minor, underage. Yet at the same time, these same people will say that a 17-year-old can start up with fucking OnlyFans. I'm past that mark. I can cuss now. So, it's ridiculously hypocritical coming from some of these people, but that's besides the point. That would be my question is, what is the age of the person? And people are like, well, you can't do that without exposing the child. No. Nobody's asking for a name. Nobody's asking for an address. People are asking for an age. What was the age of the quote-unquote minor? Were there real intentions behind these messages? And the answer is absolutely not. So that right there is a bad line. Were there real intentions behind these messages? That implies that he was saying something that could be construed as something that might have intentions, right? That's not a very good line. I mean, that's like saying, "Oh yeah, I said she's got a nice rack, but I didn't intend to go out with her or anything." That's kind of what that equates to, right? These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. What is in the direction of being inappropriate? What does that even mean? Are we talking raunchy jokes? Are we talking, I don't know, talking about gore? Are we talking, there's a lot of things that could be considered inappropriate conversation with a minor. But of course, everybody's screaming pedophile at this point. But that's the question that I have. What is inappropriate conversation, or inappropriate, right? At any given time, you could say the wrong thing around a fucking kid, and then that's inappropriate. So, clarification on that would be nice, but this is what we got. Either way, the first thing people do is expect the worst. I'm not so hyperbolic that I think the immediate worst possible thing ever when I read stuff like this. So that is my question. What is inappropriate in this case, right? Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I mean, that doesn't necessarily make it better. That's just saying I didn't do anything with a kid, right? That's what that boils down to. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Okay, what happened, right? So they both settled, Twitch and Dr. DisRespect. Why did they settle? Is it because Twitch wanted him gone, or else they were going to expose him and he said, okay, fine? Did he say he was going to expose Twitch for letting minors on and doing whatever? There's a lot of questions here. Like, what? It's kind of ambiguous. We reached a settlement. Okay, a settlement. Why? Let me be clear. It was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. That doesn't make it any better. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. Okay. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Okay, but he's not saying he didn't know it was a minor. Did he know? Did he know the entire time? Did he find out and then all this shit happened? Like, what? There's no denying. Yeah, I was talking to a minor. Man, that's kind of what that sounds like. I didn't do anything, but I was talking to a minor. But how long did you know the entire time this was a minor? Now, with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Okay, yeah, but you can't expect people not to throw around words like that, which they do on a daily basis, even when shit like this doesn't fucking happen. You're not beating them allegations, bro. Like, this is what's happening. You admitted you were talking to a minor inappropriately. Now, that is completely ambiguous outside of the keyword being minor, but you're not clarifying anything. You're just saying, yep, I was talking to a minor. They were right. Right? And I'm going to get out ahead of this, and I'm going to put out a statement, and then I'm going to go on my vacation. That's essentially what it boils down to. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. Okay, what decision? They made the decision to ban you because you were talking to a minor? What were you saying in those chats that Twitch decided, yo, time to cut ties, right? It had to have been, at least to somebody like me, it had to have been something really bad for them to be like, yo, you're out. But we don't know. Again, we don't know. We just know, again, conversation with a minor that was inappropriate. That's all we know. To my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the fucking best community and circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you have always been greatly appreciated. Yeah, because now you got a whole bunch of people coming out and going, they're trying to distance themselves from this as far as possible. People like Nick Merckx, people like The Quartering, all these people that were basically backing him up, full-throated, are suddenly going, this might not make me look very good. I'm gonna have to step back a little bit, which is fucking typical behavior of influencers, social media people, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I expected that. As I said in the last video, I could give a shit less about what happens to Dr. DisRespect. But a lot of these people I've seen both on the left and the right have been piggybacking off of this controversy like there's no tomorrow. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine. But I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. Okay. So, again, this is a PR statement. This is a, hey, this thing happened. It wasn't that bad. Now I'm going to go on vacation type of thing, right? And it's just so weird. It's just so weird. And you look at some of the comments, which apparently I didn't see all the edits that were on this, but you can see somewhere. Where is it at? Last edited at 123. Apparently this thing was being edited like no tomorrow. There's 3 different versions of this statement where the word minor both appears and disappears. And of course, this guy, Young Jeff, is saying that line of these were casual mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate. That doesn't help. In fact, that makes you look worse. And you got EDP. Yep. Real intentions behind these messages? Absolutely not. So many words just to say you were texting a minor inappropriately. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is that when all this boils down to, here, it's still open to interpretation, right? And this part right here, were there intentions behind these messages? No. What the fuck were you saying that you have to put in there? There weren't any intentions. I mean, were you saying, was he actually saying sexual stuff and now he's saying, oh, I wasn't actually going to do anything with this minor? What does that even mean? Like that's the worst part of this whole thing. It doesn't make him look any better. And I get that he thinks he's coming out in front of this whole thing by making this statement, but it's not doing him any favors. Like I said, I'm looking at this neutrally. This whole thing reads as, yeah, I did it. Man, fuck all y'all. Bye. Right? That's what I get from this. I get that he's trying to own up to it. I get his fans are going to stand behind him no matter what, which, if you're a fan, I get it. Same thing as I'm assuming his family is standing behind him on this and actually know what happened. But we're still getting bits and pieces of this. And, I see all the people that are just hurling the worst labels that you can think of at him off this statement, which I get why they're doing it, but we still don't know enough to flat out be like, yeah, this guy is fucking with kids. You know what I mean? We don't know. Does it make him look good? Absolutely not. Not even a little bit. It's just bad, right? And I've said this. I've said, in fact, in the last video that I have just talked about earlier, I said you have to watch, as a big creator, you have to watch who you're talking to, you have to watch what you say, you have to watch where you go, you have to watch every single fucking detail about your life, or else shit like this happens. Right? People will dissect your life and call you the most reprehensible shit for whatever it is that you did. In this case, talking to a minor. And, you know, minor is a minor. I mean, even if they were 17, if they were 13, if they were 14, they were still a minor, and he was still an adult. So, yeah, I don't think this statement makes him look very good. I get why he did it. As I said, he's trying to get out in front of all the P-word allegations that are being thrown around. I mean, he flat out says, I wasn't convicted of a crime. Just because you weren't convicted doesn't make it any better, right? It just doesn't. So, that's an update, folks, and thanks for watching. Until next time, don't talk to minors ever as an adult. No, just don't do it.